welcome to my platform. My name is Kemi, and I talk about faith, love, hope, courage, and positive mental awareness. Actually, for a while, I've been talking a lot about depression and anxiety and some other toxic emotions that tend to, prevent us from thinking positive and really pursuing purpose. And that is because I've noticed that a lot of people are plagued by this emotion, and because they don't know how to navigate themselves out of this emotion, or better still, manage these emotions, they allow these emotions consume them, and because it consumes them, then they think of suicide, and by the time they think of suicide, they attempt it and then they succeed in suicide. And the thing is that we can literally just deliberately manage these emotions, deliberately manage this depression, right? And just literally tell it that, you know what, in as much as your influence is real, you cannot have my life, you cannot have my mind. It's just being intentional. Yeah, it's hard, but it takes practice, but we can do it because we have the right to live. More so, the world is literally waiting to see, to experience our presence, to experience our gift. So why would you allow depression just cut short our lives? So like one of these poets I love to read his work. He said, "We are the master of our fate. We are the captain of our soul." So we are the master of our fate. So we have the right and we have everything to all it takes to just suppress these emotions and leave. Yeah, and that's all the truth. Yes, yes, we are the master of our fate and we are the captain of our souls. So let's just be deliberate in making sure we guard and protect our minds and fight against depression. So today, I want us to dive deeper into gratitude, because in my last video, I talked about the art of gratitude, in managing depression. But I wanted to just dive a little bit deeper today, so that we can begin to really practice this art of gratitude. Because I have noticed and I've experienced that gratitude really suppresses this emotion. Yet there are a lot of ways to suppress depression and anxiety, but this is one of the ways we can do this, right? So before then, let's even see the definition of gratitude. I was surfing through the internet, and I love this definition by Harvard, right? So they said gratitude is a thankful appreciation for what an individual receives, whether tangible or intangible. Yes, so you're literally thankful and grateful for what you have, for what you've received, whether it's a gift, whether it's what you have that you can hold on to, like your house, your car, the food you eat, the curtain. I said curtain because it's very easy for us to just draw up our curtain. Like, I don't want to face the world, I just want to be on my own. Yeah, be grateful for that curtain. Yeah, and also intangible things, like we're grateful for the weather. That's another thing. I'm very grateful for the weather. When it's very hot, I'm very grateful because at times that I really it's so rainy. I wish that the sun was up. So when the sun is up, no matter how scorching it is, I'm grateful for that weather. I'm grateful for the wind. I'm grateful for, just be grateful for everything. Be grateful for nature, the trees, the stones, sand, the fact that you can walk on the ground and it doesn't swallow you up. You can be grateful for that. It's just you just being intentional about being grateful for everything that you have, no matter how irrelevant it seems. It's just finding something to be grateful for. Because one thing about depression is that depression is going to make you feel so hopeless that you think that it will make you feel that there's nothing really to be grateful for. Nothing. Why? What exactly am I supposed to be grateful for? Besides, this word, the world doesn't even need me, so I need to just get out of this world fast. But that's a lie. So let's intentionally, deliberately find what we can be grateful for. And now the reason why I'm really stressing on this is because I want us to begin to literally find hold on to practical ways we can remain grateful. Do you know why? Because while we want to be really grateful about the things that are around us and what we have, how long can we be grateful for? Because this feeling just comes at us, and tries to deceive us over and over again. So we need to be constantly filled to fight against this emotion, right? So how can we continue to remain grateful for everything that we have, no matter how irrelevant it seems, right? Two things. Number one, mental contrasting, that is being optimistic about the benefits of gratitude, and also being realistic about the fact that you can get tired of being grateful. Yeah, there are times that you might feel so grateful. Oh yeah, I'm going to pick my book and start writing things I'm grateful for. I'm going to pick my journal and start writing things I'm grateful for, right? And then there might be a time where you're so demotivated that you don't even want to write anything. So it's you just coming to it's coming to this point where you know, yes, there are times I'll be motivated, and at times I will not be motivated. But no matter what happens, I will continuously always be grateful. You know, having this knowledge of the fact that you will be demotivated at the point will put you in a situation when that when you're demotivated, you tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to write, I'm going to journal, I'm going to be very grateful, intentional about being grateful. I can just for example, just imagine what about if the air ceases to be available, how will I breathe? In that moment when you meditate on that fact, you just be grateful for the air. Or just think about the fact that what about if every single day the world is dark? So when the sun comes up, you meditate on that and be like, you know what, I'm grateful that there's time for the sun to come up and there's time for it to set. You know, it's just you being very intentional about the fact that you can literally be grateful. So whenever you don't feel like it, whenever you're demotivated, you know, you just force yourself. You work so hard because it's your mind. You have to fight for your sanity. The way people go all out to be successful, you can go all out to make sure your mind is decluttered away from depression, right? We can do it, you can do it. So yes, that is it. Mental contrasting, coming to the point, comes to the realization that number one, there are benefits of you being very grateful, and the fact that at the point you might not care about the benefits, you don't just want to be grateful. So you when you know that you will get to that point, you make up your mind that no matter what, when I get to that point, I will still remain grateful. You fight for your mind. Fight for your mind. Guard your heart. Right. And the second one I want to share with you before I round up right now is freshen up your gratitude. Freshen up your gratitude. Add some style. Be flexible with it, right? Don't be too rigid because by the time you're being too rigid about being grateful, you might get stressed. You might feel too pressured. But the most important thing is that you must know that yes, I will always remain grateful, but how can I make everything flexible? So let's see what we can do, right? So normally, like I said in my last video, it's very easy to say I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my siblings. Like one of the things I really say every time is I'm grateful for my siblings, I'm grateful that they are around me, right? So now one of the ways you can make this more exciting is that you be very specific as to the reason why you're grateful for your sibling. So for instance, for one of my siblings, her name is Ibukun, I can say I'm grateful for my sister. I'm grateful for my sister because today she massaged my body when I was feeling so tensed. I'm grateful for my sister Ayomide because I was super hungry and I couldn't even stand up to cook. And Viola, I just saw food in front of me. She prepared my favorite meal, pasta. You know, being specific about that thing, you know, you just bringing out of the common taking it out of the common state and specifically thanking being grateful for that for the reason why you're grateful for being what am I saying being grateful for that specific thing, right? Taking out of its common state and then bring out a reason why you're grateful for that thing, right? You can say I'm grateful for my job because I have one of my colleagues who really understands that I don't like researching. So she helps me to research when I don't feel like it. So I'm grateful for my job. You know, just being specific, right? And you on and on, when you just begin to be specific about as the reason why you're grateful for a particular thing, it just makes it easier for you to see that okay, there's really good in this world. There's good in this world, despite the fact that depression is trying to lie to you that there's nothing really to live for. When we are specific about the reasons why we are grateful, right, it just literally makes you see every day that you know what, life really is good. No matter how hard it might seem, it's good. And if you just hold on a bit, you would realize that there is peace at the other side of depression. You will realize that there's goodness at this other side of depression. The world is waiting to experience your gifts. So please don't give up on you, because I will not even give up on you. And last but not the least, I would say over and over again that Jesus is interested in your emotions. There are times where you are so weak and you're just lost. All you need to do is just go before him and say, you know what, God, you said I should cast my care upon you. So here it is. Here are all my cares. Begin to list them. Cry. Have your tissue with you. Just go bare as you are. I said, this is how I feel, oh God. Just take over my emotions. And guess what? It comes true. It always comes true. It says that you should not be anxious about anything. Don't be, or go before him and cast all your cares on him, and just wait for him to direct you. So that's what I want to share today. I hope this, is going to go a long way to making you feel better. Remember, fight for your mind, guard your mind, be deliberate and intentional. I know that as you do this more often, you become a master in managing your emotions. Because I am a master. Though I am learning every day, it's not always easy, but now I know better that there's always peace at the other side of depression. So when it comes at me, I remind it that it's a liar. It can never ever ever have my mind. So please like and subscribe to this platform, and share and tell anybody who's going through depression that you know what, it's a liar. That feeling is just for a while. There's always peace at the other side of depression. I love you and I'm rooting for you. Bye.